All right. Hello everyone. This is 8-Bit Amethyst streaming to you live, and the time is now 2:39 p.m. on the East Coast, and we're ready to do thing that I've been looking forward to for quite a while. Streaming the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, all 3 games, all DLCs. This is probably gonna take almost as long as the Persona 5 Royal Adventure, which actually took me about a year to complete. So as far as what the next epic's going to be after this, it is impossible to say for certain. However, I'm leaning towards Yakuza very strongly. I think I'm gonna start off with the newest game, Like a Dragon, and then work my way through the franchise. Because Like a Dragon's kind of like a spin-off. It's not directly related to the mainline story. So I'll probably play that and then play the mainline Yakuza games. So with that being said, that may require changes to my stream schedule. Normally I stream 3 hours a day, so like right now I'm probably going to be planning on streaming to like 6 p.m. but with these longer games, this one included, you know, I may have to put some more time in. So yeah, I'm excited to get started. Now I did try to integrate a little stinger into the OBS, system. So I'm going to play it, and then you let me know if you can hear anything. Dream Hunter, what's up, man? How'd your workout stream go? Like, I was going to drop in, and then I saw that you had started streaming around 11. I literally woke up like an hour ago. No cap. I stayed up to like 6 a.m. last night, watching Maximilian Dude and setting up the stream. Like, everything that you see here is not custom. I got it from EA's website, but yeah, it was an experience. Let me tell you, it was an experience. So the only things that I need to add are like custom sounds, but everything else is working fine so far. But I'm glad that you're able to join us. I did take a look at your workout regimen, and it looked excruciating. Like, you're doing a week's worth of exercise in one stream. Like, I looked at those workouts you were doing, and I'm like, I would break those up over the course of a week. Because like when I go to the gym, I like to hit one group at a time. So you were doing all of them. Like, jeez. But I'm sure the people were pleased. But yeah, I'm gonna play the stinger, and then you guys let me know if you can hear anything. But first, I have to stop the music. Because I can't hear it on my and that's the only thing about this. It's not really a stinger. It's a trailer that I've integrated into. I'll split into 2 groups as I do more fitness stream. Nice. It was for the first workout. Okay, just to kind of show everyone what you're working with. I understand that. That makes a lot of sense. Do you hear anything, by the way? I just wanted to ask you. Because OBS is telling me that sounds good. I know it's not working on my end, because it's not going out with it's not out with for some reason. But I thought this was a good trailer. A good addition. Because it kind of gives me all 3 I mean, this franchise
You were born to do this.
But yeah, that's the trailer. Of course, when I saw this trailer, it was like an easy buy for me. An easy buy. All right, so we made it to the main screen. I'm going to go ahead and start the game. And everything looks good for the most part. Origin's not as annoying as it normally. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and resume, and what you should know is I literally just played around with character creation, and that's why I went ahead and did that prior to stream, so I didn't waste time trying to do that. But yeah, I like the design of the splash screen here, and how you can see like the reflection on Shepard's helmet of each game. And how it's all like a continuity of the same planet, even though it's like 3 different planets. But anyway, enough stalling. Let's get started. Alright, so we are officially Mass Effect 1. Okay, so here is my Shepard. She is an engineer. My other Shepard, which I'm doing or playing through offline and uploading to YouTube, is Infiltrator. Infiltrator is like my main class, my favorite class to play in Mass Effect. I chose Engineer strictly for like roleplay purposes. Engineer is not my favorite class, but I kind of felt that it would fit the type of Shepard that I wanted to play here, so I went ahead and picked Engineer. And honestly, I don't know many people who like play Engineer, so I thought it would be cool to stream. But all right, let's get started here.
You probably don't want to keep the captain waiting, Commander.
The captain's waiting for you in the comm room, Commander.
Also, I turned off subtitles, but if you guys want subtitles, just let me know.
I just saw him. He marched by like he was on a mission.
I don't have any issue with subtitles. Just,
We're getting dragged right along with him.
Relax, Presley. You're gonna give yourself an ulcer.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
I'll see if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
I grew up on Eden Prime, Doc. It's not the kind of place Spectres visit. There's something Nihilus isn't telling us about this mission.
That's crazy. The captain's in charge here. He wouldn't take orders from a Spectre.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill anyone who gets in their way.
Oh, you watch too many spy vids, Jenkins.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
Only a fool goes looking for a fight, Corporal.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Only what I've heard. Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, they're a shadow organization with a mandate to preserve and protect galactic stability.
Protect it at any cost. Don't forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I heard Nihilus once took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself. Man, I can't believe I'm on a mission with an actual Spectre.
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta be something else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
Just treat this like every other assignment you've had and everything will work out.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself on a cruise. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
You're young, Corporal. You have a long career ahead of you. Don't do something stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, ma'am. I'm not gonna screw this up.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
Alright, so we spoke to Jenkins and Chakwas, and as you can see, everyone's had a facelift basically in the remastered version. So you can see how the original version looks if you go to my YouTube and check that out there. I want to make a little adjustment to the main screen here. So I'm going to, actually no, I'm just going to do it live so you can see it. I realized that the border at the bottom is bothering me a little bit. Like I want to see more the screenshot. So instead of having it anchored at the bottom, just move it up, move everything up. Now I did want to try to get the chat box like a level with the display, but as you're about to see in a second, it's not it's not cooperating. So I had to kind of like go off screen to get it. Yeah, this guy right here. Okay, so not quite perfectly level, but at least I can see more of wallpaper. Call it OCD or whatever, but it was bothering me, and it didn't bother me last night when I was putting it together, or I should say this morning, because like I said, I stood up to like 6 a.m. trying to get everything together for the stream. I just do these things on a whim. But alright, yeah, that should be fine. So let's get back to the game. That bothers me less than the way I had it before. Okay, alright, so this is the galaxy map. This is where the commander of the ship will give orders to the crew. No other Alliance ship is built like this. The Normandy's the only one that's built like this. If you are a player of Mass Effect, fan of Mass Effect, I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. I am making the assumption that you are not familiar with this game because it's old, like I am. So, I'm just trying to explain everything as we go. Alright, this is the comm room here. And, you know, by 2007 standards, this was pretty solid. But if you look at how it's designed, it's literally just a repeat of the same panels over and over and over again.
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
What about?
I'm interested in this world we're going to, Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
They say it's a paradise.
Yes, a paradise. Serene, tranquil, safe. Eden Prime has become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it really?
Do you know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the Commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
I already figured that out.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir?
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Why didn't we keep the beacon for ourselves?
You humans don't have the best reputation. Some species see you as selfish, too unpredictable, too independent, even dangerous.
Sharing that beacon will improve relations with the Council. Plus, we need their scientific expertise. They know more about the Protheans than we do.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
What's going on, Captain?
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
Not many could have survived what you went through on Akuz. You showed a remarkable will to live, a particularly useful talent. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
I assume this is good for the Alliance.
Earth needs this, Shepard. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
I'd like to know more about Eden Prime before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world, but it represents something much bigger. Eden Prime is one of our oldest and most successful colonies. It proved we were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds, to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
What do you know about the Protheans?
Just what they taught us in school. They were a technologically advanced species that ruled the galaxy 50,000 years ago. Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees galactic civilization wouldn't exist without them.
Their citadel is the very heart of galactic society, And without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible. We all owe the Protheans a great debt.
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic civilization is based on Prothean technology. Even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Like who?
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector of Citadel space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus systems.
The Attican Traverse is under Citadel protection. If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. But some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war over this.
The last thing the Council wants is to get dragged into a major conflict with the Terminus systems. We have to keep this low-key.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden...
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down!
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need...
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5. Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker. Fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Alright, so now we just got our first peek at the main antagonist.
Engaging stealth systems.
Things are
Somebody
legit
was
just
doing
gonna
some
spiral
serious
from here.
digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you're coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck!
We are approaching drop point 2.
Ship perimeter secure, Commander.
Alright, we've touched down. We're on Eden Prime officially now.
This place got hit hard, Commander. Hostiles everywhere.
And they definitely touched up the textures for sure. They've also changed up some of the controls. So I'm playing with gamepad right now, but in the classic versions I'm playing on keyboard and mouse. So it's gonna take a little getting used to for sure. But yeah. The addition of the photo mode is like really cool. I think this was a great feature. It's a lot easier to compare all of the different details that they've bumped up. Like the first game got the biggest facelift, and then 2 and 3 just got touched up. They're pretty much the same. But yeah, they updated the sounds and
What the hell are those?
it's a little tweak.
Gas bags. Don't worry, they're harmless. Oh God, what happened here?
They're kind of cute. Yeah, they're kind of cute. Alright, so basically the class that I'm playing as, I can only use pistols. Same thing with Caden, he can only use pistols, and Jenkins is soldier class, so he can use everything. Now, of course, it's funny that I say that because Jenkins literally gets taken out like in the first few seconds of the game. Like it's sad. It's very sad. But you know, it opens up the door. It opens up the door for your next squad mate that you're gonna get, and that's why.
Rip right through his shields. We're out of chance.
We'll see that he receives a proper service once the mission is complete. But I need you to stay focused.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
Some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
I shot the poor gas bag. They're just hanging out, man. Alright. Is that something they changed? Because you're not supposed to be able to use a sniper rifle as an engineer. Not that I'm complaining. Yeah, I think they may have lifted that restriction. Which is great. I mean, that's gonna make this class 10 times better to play with just from that alone. Now, I probably will only get skills for the handgun, but at least being able to use every weapon, you know, makes sense.
Thanks for your help, Commander. Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, ma'am?
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and burns, nothing serious. The others weren't so lucky. Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
This isn't your fault, Williams. You couldn't have done anything to save them.
Yes, ma'am. We held our position as long as we could, until the Geth overwhelmed us.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, ma'am. It's time for payback.
What else do you know about the Geth?
Just what I remember from history class back in school. They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were supposed to be a source of cheap labor, but ended up turning on the Quarians and drove them into exile. Well, after that, they just kind of disappeared behind the Perseus Veil. Nobody's really heard much from them since.
Tell me everything you know about the beacon.
They were doing some digging out here to extend the monorail and expand the colony. A few weeks ago, they unearthed some Prothean ruins, and the beacon. Suddenly, every scientific expert in the colony was interested. That's when they brought us in to secure the site. I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers say this could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Describe what happened leading up to the attack.
We were sent out a couple of nights ago from the main colony to secure the area. Seemed like a routine patrol, until the Geth hit us. We never knew they were coming.
Have you seen a Turian Spectre around here?
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime. None that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a Spectre anyway.
If you saw this guy, you'd know. Carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon. Luckily, he's on our side.
Sorry. Like I said, no Turians.
Move out!
Alright, so now we've just successfully recruited Ashley. And why don't we take a look at squad and see if I have any skill points, which I do. So early game, you're going to want to invest in speech, just straight up. And you're probably going to want to continue to invest in speech as well. It's a very, very important skill. So class skills are always important because you can basically buff pretty much all of the main elements of your class. And then of course all the other skills are going to be focused and more specialized. I'm going to run to the bathroom now, so I will be right back. Alright, I'm back.
The beacon's at the far end of this trench.
Alright. Just learning all the little different things. A lot. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn. But yeah, I gotta keep the scrapbook tight. Hey, Pelagenius, how's it been? It's been a little minute. I'm just a moment here. No problem, no problem. Feel free to drop by and say hi. I've been pretty well. Took 2 weeks off from streaming, and now we're hopping into the Mass Effect universe. How have you been? And have you had the chance to play Phantasy Star Online? Because it's officially out now. Saturation, yeah, saturation. Drop it to 0. Get a nice, nice black and white photo. But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this this photo mode so much. Yeah, I'm good too. It's just too hot in Germany. Oh no. Yeah, same here. You know, it's brutal. The temperatures have been really high here on the East Coast, especially where I am. I didn't play the release yet. Just started playing Blade and Soul. Oh, okay, Blade and Soul. I've heard good things about that. I've heard good things about that game. I haven't played it, but I've heard nothing but good things about it. Okay, so they changed how the sniper rifle worked too. Because normally you have to cock it every time you fire it. But I'll take it. They released a new class yesterday. Ah, okay. How many classes in total is there then?
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
13, I think. Oh wow, 13 classes. Jeez. that might be another game that I eventually have to stream. I'm going to stream some PSO in the future. Just, you know, like probably on Friday or something, like one of my fun days, not my lore days.
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were lucky. Maybe hiding up in the camp.
But
It's just on the top of
classes,
this ridge,
wow.
up the ramps.
That's nutty.
Change of plans, Shepard. There's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
Looks like they hit the camp hard.
It's a good place for an ambush. Keep your guard up. Oh god, they're still alive.
What did the Geth do to them?
Robo zombies. That one blast did a lot of damage. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Alright. Alright. She can wear medium armor, so we will give that to her. And it looks a lot better than it did in the original, obviously. Less accurate, but 40 more damage points. I'll take it. I'll just take all of the weapon drop stuff. This sniper rifle's kinda not worth it. Let's Omni-Gel it. Omni-Gel is sweet, because when you screw up on hacking challenges, you can, you know, fix it by using Omni-Gel, just bypassing whatever it is you're trying to hack, so it matters. But staying on top of your inventory is important, because this is the only game that you really have to manage your inventory. In Mass Effects 2 and 3 you don't, which I kind of miss. You know, it's like one of those classic RPG elements that they took out of the game. Go ahead and top off.
Security locks engaged.
Some locked objects require decryption or electronics to access. If any squad member has the required talent, you will be able to unlock the object using the decryption or electronics interface or by spinning Omni-Gel. Alright, so let's try manual override first. Easy clap, we're in. Hacker man, so let's go.
Thank the Maker.
Hurry, close the door before they come back.
Don't worry, we'll protect you.
Thank you. I think we'll be okay now. It looks like everyone's gone.
You're Dr. Warren, the one in charge of the excavation. Do you know what happened to the beacon?
It was moved to the spaceport this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to help pack up the camp. When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will remain.
What else can you tell me about the attack?
It all happened so fast. 1 second we were gathering up our equipment. The next we were hiding in the shed while the Geth swarmed over the camp.
Agents of the Destroyers, bringers of darkness, heralds of our extinction.
We could hear the battle outside. Gunfire, screams. I thought it would never end. Then everything went quiet. We just sat there, too afraid to move, until you came along.
Did you notice a Turian in the area?
I saw him, the Prophet, leader of the enemy. He was here before the attack.
That's impossible. Nihilus was with us in the Normandy before the attack. He couldn't have been here.
I'm sorry. Manuel's still a bit unsettled. We haven't seen your Turian. We've been hiding in here since the attack.
Can you tell me anything about the beacon?
It's some type of data module from a galaxy-wide communications network. Remarkably well preserved. It could be the greatest scientific discovery of our lifetime. Miraculous new technologies, groundbreaking medical advances. Who knows what secrets are locked inside?
We have unearthed the heart of evil, awakened the beast, unleashed the darkness.
Manuel, please. This isn't the time.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No. I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
I could shut him up.
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
You can't stop it. Nobody can stop it. Night is falling. The darkness of eternity.
Hush, Manuel. Go lie down. You'll feel better once the medication kicks in.
So the thing with Manuel is he's actually foreshadowing the Reaper threat. So the question that you have to ask is, did he like actually interface with the beacon? Because if he had interface with the beacon, he would have seen everything that he was talking about.
Saren. Nihilus. This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The Council thought you could use some help on this one.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
And then there you have the betrayal of Saren, which you saw it coming. And you know, like, BioWare didn't bother trying to tease it out. Okay, they didn't bother trying to tease it out, you know, and have you like question whether or not Saren was actually someone that you could trust. But they just cut the fat and went straight to the betrayal. Now, if this game were made today, they probably would have teased it out a little bit. But it hasn't been, so we don't have to worry about that. But yeah, take a look at her new armor. It looks amazing. Kudos to the artist for touching up all the textures. Like you look at Caden's armor here, you see like little marks and abrasion that exist within armor itself, and of course the N7 armor that my Shepherd's wearing also has similar wear and tear and marks in the plating.
Piece of shit! Look at the size of it!
Oh, no problem. No problem, fellow genius. You're fine, my friend. What? We're talking about the soccer game today. Gotcha. Okay, area pacified successfully. So which league are we talking about here? Major League Soccer, like the global soccer, or something more local? Are you a bit into it? I want to get into it. I want to get into it. Only because it's like the world sport, right? So we Americans, we have football, which is basically pigskin rugby. And then there's actual football, which is soccer, and the entire world is and there's tons of Americans who are soccer fans as well. So I do want to get into it. The only global sport that I like picked up recently was Formula One, and I'm a huge Formula One fan. But yeah, I'd like to get into soccer as well. Germany versus Portugal. Ah, okay. So, who's the team to beat this time around? Like, when's the World Cup supposed to be? Because if I remember correctly, World Cup's in, like, the fall, isn't it? Oh, Europa Cup. Okay, got you. Alright, so they're playing for the Europa Cup. So, who are the teams to beat? Like, I hear a lot of things about the UK. I hear a lot of things about Germany and Spain. Is that accurate? Okay, France is the team to beat. Got you. Okay, France won the World Cup last time. Ah, okay, yeah. So it's the French. Interesting. Nope.
Everybody stay calm out there.
Was more
We're
difficult
coming
than it
out.
looked.
We're not armed.
Is it safe? Are they gone?
We took care of them.
Those things were crawling all around the shed. They would have found us for sure. We owe you our lives.
France and Portugal are very strong.
I still can't
Okay.
believe it. When we saw that ship, I thought it was
Any
all over.
standout players or
It showed up right before the attack.
They're kind of like
It was
more of
trouble
a
the
unit.
second I saw it, so we made a break for the sheds.
Like, you know how some teams have like that one athlete that everyone kind of rallies around? I wonder if they're structured the same way, or is everyone on the team just really good?
Tell me everything you remember about the attack.
The three of us were working the crops when that ship showed up. We just saw it and ran. I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew.
They were by the garage, over near the spaceport, right where that ship came down. No way they survived.
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fighting chance.
And we are unfortunately in the same group with them. Yeah, it's like when you get stuck in that pain bracket. You know, I'm playing a mobile game, Destiny Child, right now, and I got put in the silver bracket, and everyone was just stronger than me. I lost like 8 matches straight. It was horrible. France has Mbappe, Griezmann, Zema, etc. France is a very stacked team. Okay. And Portugal has Ronaldo. Yes, I know about Ronaldo. He's like the highest paid athlete in the world. Yeah, I know about him. But we won today 4-2 against Portugal. Oh, nice. Okay. So does that mean do you advance to the next round, or do you have to play more games? I know in like the NBA in the playoffs, you have to beat a team I think 3 times to advance, and then the championship is best out of 7. I don't know if soccer works the same way though.
Do you know anything about the Prothean beacon they dug up?
We're just farmers. We heard they found something out there, but it never really mattered to us. Not until now.
What else can you tell me about the ship you saw?
I was too busy running to get a clear look at it. I think it landed over near the spaceport.
Tell them about the noise, Cole. That awful noise.
It was emitting some kind of signal as it descended. It sounded like the shriek of the damned. Only it was coming from inside your own head.
It was probably trying to block communications.
Whatever it was, felt like it was tearing right through my skull. Almost made it impossible to think.
I have to go.
Hey, Cole, we're just a bunch of farmers. These guys are soldiers. Maybe we should give them the stuff.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn when to shut up.
You have something to tell me, Cole?
Some guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling ring, nothing major. In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages in our sheds.
What kind of packages?
I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get more use out of it than we will.
We're risking our lives to save this colony. You sure there's nothing else in here that could help us out?
Yeah, there's one more thing. I was gonna sell it after this was over, but you probably deserve it more than I do.
Who's your contact at the spaceport, Cole? What's his name?
He's not a bad guy. I don't want to get him in trouble. Besides, I'm not a snitch.
He might have something to do with this whole attack, Cole. We need his name. It's important.
Yeah, okay, you're right. His name's Powell. Works the docks at the spaceport, if he's still alive.
I have to go.
Good luck.
And that's why you want to invest in speech. You get like nice little outcomes like that. Still gonna rate this locker though. We have 4 teams in each group, and the best teams out of each group are in the next round. We lost against France, but won against Portugal, so if we win next game, we are safe. Okay. Gotcha. So it's like, it's similar to American football playoffs in that case. Well, not quite. The season works that way, so you get ranked based on the wins and losses that your team has incurred. And once you're in the playoffs, it's single elimination. So if you lose, you're out. But it seems like you're describing to me that you guys have like a double elimination process. So if you lose twice, you're in danger of being kicked out. But if you lose to like you said, you lose to France, but you win your next 2 games, you're safe. But if we tie, then we must hope that Portugal loses against France. Got you. I mean, if France is the powerhouse, like you say, then you know, you that probably will end up coming true. But stranger things have happened. You know, stranger things have happened. Like I literally watched a 7-time world champion like fly off the track 2 weeks ago because he left the safety button on. So like anything can happen. You know, you can't be certain. Which is the neat thing with sports, you know.
Commander, it's Nihilus.
Oh no. I mean, I'm acting surprised, but like...
Something's moving, over behind those crates.
Wait, don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
But I hope, but today they tied against the weakest team in the group. Oh, okay. So I take it that's not a good thing. if they tie with the weakest team in the group. Hungary is the last in our group. Ah, okay.
Sneaking up on us like that nearly got you killed.
I am sorry, I was hiding from those creatures. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
So is Hungary normally the weakest team, or are they just having a rough season?
What the hell are you talking about?
There were 2 Turians here. Your friend and another one he called Saren. I think they knew each other. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back. I'm just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
We were told a Prothean beacon was brought to the spaceport. What happened to it?
It's over on the other platform. Probably where that guy Saren was headed. He hopped on the cargo train right after he killed your friend. I knew that beacon was trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I hadn't been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
You're Cole's contact here on the docks for the smuggling ring.
What? No! I mean, what does it matter now? So I'm a smuggler, who cares? My supervisor's dead, the entire crew's dead. Doesn't matter now, does it?
Anything hidden nearby that we could use against the Geth?
A shipment of grenades came through last week. Nobody notices if a few small pieces go missing from the military orders.
You greedy son of a bitch! We're out here trying to protect your sorry ass, and all you can think about is how you can rip us off?
I never thought you'd actually need those grenades. Who'd want to attack Eden Prime? We're just a bunch of farmers. How was I supposed to know?
Forget about him. He's not worth it.
You're lucky the commander's here, pal. Hand over those grenades.
They're yours. Take them. My smuggling days are over, I swear.
A lot of Marines died here, Powell. Those grenades could have come in handy. If I were you, I'd think of some way to make it up to them.
Yeah, okay. There is something else I was saving. Could be worth a fortune. Experimental technology, top of the line. Take it. I don't need it. I didn't want anyone to get hurt. Really, I'm sorry.
They're definitely not on the same level as France, Portugal, Spain, Netherlands, Germany, and some more. So like they're a competent team. It's just they're stuck in like the hardest group. Because I mean, if you're in the same group as France, then you drew the short end of the stick. More like a rare type in Gotcha tiers. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. You can look at the group phase, like the qualifications for the co-rounds. Okay. Okay. I see what you're saying. So they will probably do really well, and I mean, I imagine that they would do really well in other tiers, because if you're competing in the toughest tier, even if you're at the bottom, you're going to be like worlds better than everyone else in easier tiers. You know, it's kind of like you know, the NFC and the AFC conferences in the NFL. Like the NFC conference is pretty brutal. It's like you got New England, the Patriots, you know what I mean, Tampa. Like it's because they won last year, the Super Bowl last year. Tampa Bay did. So yeah, it's not easy to be in for sure.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the beacon?
They brought it here this morning. We loaded it up onto the train and shipped it to the other platform. Hard to believe that was only a few hours ago. Feels like a whole other life.
Yeah, maybe, but what does it matter if you're out? That's true. Consolation prize don't really mean much if you get kicked out. That is true, yeah. That doesn't make you feel any better at all.
How come you're the only one who survived? Why didn't anyone else try to hide behind the crates?
They never had a chance. I was already behind the crates when the attack started.
Wait a minute. You were hiding behind the crates before the attack?
Sometimes I need a nap to get through my shift. I sneak off behind the crates to grab 40 winks where the supervisor can't find me.
You survived because you're lazy?
You ditch work, then you cower back here and do nothing while the Geth butcher everyone else.
I don't even have a gun. What was I supposed to do, run out there and die? I couldn't save them. Nobody could. It was horrible.
Tell me about this mothership you saw.
I've never seen anything like it before. It was huge. Landed over near that platform. The whole place got dark as it came down. And it was making this noise, this sound that bored right into your brain. That's what woke me up. The attack came a few minutes later.
We need to find that beacon before it's too late.
Take the cargo train. That's where the other Turian went. I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
Alright, so we got high explosive upgrade. We can actually go ahead and do that. And the Europa Cup is only every 4 years, same as the World Cup. Europa Cup is equivalent to the Copa America. Ah, alright. So does it alternate then? Like, or is it the same year? I'm trying to picture the scheduling in my head, because you have the World Cup that's every 4 years, and then you have your Regional Cup that's every 4 years as well. But I don't know, did they land on the same years, or did they kind of stagger them out? Like, there's a 2-year gap between them, or a 1-year gap between them. Kind of like the Olympic schedule, because the Olympics is once every 4 years as well. Yeah, 2-year gap. In 2 years, there's the World Cup. Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. That makes sense. So you basically have an event every 2 years. Better for the sport. Because 4 years is a long time. But if you're competing at once every 2 years, that's plenty of time to train. Get some new people. Maybe yell at your teammates for 2 years, you know? It's, you got time, you know, you got time. You can make it work. Did I get it? Nope. Alright, yeah, that's what I wanted. Yeah, a lot of these photos are definitely going to go into the slideshow if and when, I put them together. But yeah, I do like the touch-ups, and I've said that a dozen times before, but I'll keep saying it because it's true. Just unpacked a new guitar for my dad. Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know you play guitar. That's pretty cool. You know, I've always wanted to learn how to play an instrument, a string instrument. I send you a pic later on Discord. Yes, please do. Please do. I want to see it. And now that I don't have to play this class like a classic engineer, I'm not going to. I'm literally playing it like I'm playing Infiltrator right now. Nah, I don't. My father does. Ah, I got you.
Destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
Alright, bomb squad time.
Demolition charges. The Geth must have planted them.
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down.
cadence down. Disarming while using the bomb as cover. That's top tier. That's top tier right there. Okay. Wait. Oh right, that's right. I don't have Unity yet. Yeah, I forgot. You need Unity to res teammates in the classic Mass Effect. Edgy, what's good? Hey man, I'm gonna watch, but I'm watching Spain versus Poland in the Euro Cup. Really big deal here. I'll join in afterwards. Also 1-0 Spain. Let's go. Ole, ole, ole. Yeah, I was just talking about that with Pelagenius. Just talking about that with Pelagenius. Like, man, like I literally, I'm gonna have to like look at the news that's coming out of the Europa Cup though, because it sounds really hype. It sounds really hype. Yeah, I hear Spain's pretty strong. But you know, Pelagenius is Team Germany, you know. So real quick, how good is Poland? I want to ask both of you. How good is Poland? I sent you the pic. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Let me check that out right now. Let me see. Wow, that is sick. That is sick. There it is. There it is. So for those of you who are curious what it looks like. Pretty good. Probs less good than Spain, but good. Yeah, Ladowski. But pretty good. Okay, cool. So they got a pretty solid player on their team. Yeah, it's sick. I love the colors. I love the colors and the design of it. Like it's dope. It's a really sweet guitar. Like my favorite part is of course here, you know, and you just have like that black triangle there, contrasting with the white. Like it's a two-tone guitar, and it's not too crazy. It's not all over the place. You know, it's got a nice aesthetic. You can pretty much hang it up on a wall, and it'll fit in almost any living room. Like it's sick. I can stick around till halftime. Gotcha. Till halftime ends, I mean. Yeah, for sure. Because then you got to get back and root for your team. No, I get it, man. I get it. So yeah, it sounds like it's a really competitive cup, and that's actually what I'm curious about because you know, France won the World Cup last time, from what Pelagenius told me. So it sounds to me like the toughest bracket is EU. So like every region has their own cup. Like the Americas has their cup. How good is USA? Let me ask you guys. How good is my soccer team? And answer honestly. If they're trash, just say it. Say it with your chest. Like I want to know. I want to know the truth. How good is USA? R-type or normal, nothing notable, not gonna lie. Oh man, that's rich. That's rich. That makes a lot of sense though, because even American football fans, they don't even talk about USA. They don't, like, no one's hype about the USA, not even in the United States. Like, I meet more people in the USA that are fans of UK, the UK, or even like UK. I've seen a lot of them. Spain, Germany. I've seen a lot of them. France, obviously. You know, you got your French fans, especially the Canadians. Like, you meet a Canadian, they're of course they're gonna root for Canada, but come on, you know their team France. Just really do like the touch-ups to the combat though. Like, it feels a lot better, a lot smoother than it did in the first game. Like, playing classic Mass Effect 2007, it was so janky, like ridiculously janky, and it was a chore. How I beat that game like 6 times, I will never tell you. Well, I mean, it has a lot of good moments too. Just the combat is the weakest part of the first game. But that's all they really had to fix, and they fixed it. So now this is legitimately a stellar game. Even though a lot of things are like dated by 2007, I mean by 2021 standards, but you know, again, this game came out like 2007. This is good, alright? This is good. Unlike the USA soccer team. I'm German, so I can't like France. It's genetic. True. So true, so true. Same. France are the ones everyone's talking about. Us underdogs will win. Yeah, I say we're the underdogs, but North Macedonia is playing, so they're the real underdogs. I got you. I got you. Yeah. France, like in the NFL, the New England Patriots are France. Okay, they're the team to beat. Everyone hates them because they always win. But you know, Tom Brady came to Tampa Bay and won the Super Bowl with them. So I'm not complaining, because I'm a Tampa Bay fan. So like, I take back all the bad things I've ever said about Tom Brady. I mean, I always said he was like the GOAT, okay? I've never put him down for his skills. But, you know, you just get tired of seeing the New England Patriots win all the time. So, you know, I feel you guys. You know, like, you want to beat France. You want to see France be taken down a notch, but they have a really, really strong team. And what about Asia? Do they have any hitters out there, or is it pretty much EU and South America? Madden 08, best Madden game. Yeah, Madden 08 was really, really, really popular. They don't win always. Last time Portugal won in World Cup, Germany won. Ah, okay. Gotcha. So it's kind of a shootout then. And I think that's probably why so many people are excited, because you don't have one team that just continually dominates the sport. Because, like you said, Portugal won, or Portugal beat them last time, and then Germany actually won the World Cup. And I remember hearing about that when Germany won the World Cup. But I'm gonna have to modify my algorithm to give me more World Cup news. Because I had a couple of soccer fans at my old job as well. Or if you go to like any sports bar, you'll see at least one person watching a soccer game.
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is amazing. Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up.
And we won World Cup 2010, baby. True.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
Yeah, the Bucks hadn't won the Super Bowl since 2003, so it felt so good to see him finally win after almost 20 years. Yeet!
No, don't touch it. It's too...
We talking about Super Bowl while people be committing.
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime. The Normandy. A human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
I never watched any football. No worries. It's a uniquely American thing. Like, the rest of the world are soccer fans.
This human must be eliminated.
Like, rugby isn't, you know, even the big... Well, Edgy Head, you can actually correct me on that.
Chakwas.
Is rugby
I think she's
as
up.
big as football, and by football I mean soccer, in the UK or not? Because, like, I feel like soccer's a bigger deal than rugby.
How are you feeling?
Like the morning after shore leave. How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
Never watched any football. From what I've seen, it looks like rugby, but I don't know. It is rugby. It literally, it's American football is rugby with gear pads.
Actually, we don't even know if
and
that's what set it off.
300-pound men. Like, it's
we'll
literally
never
the
get
same
the chance
thing.
to find out.
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. And the blast knocked you cold. Williams and I had to carry you back here to the ship.
Oh no, rugby isn't as big, but it's definitely pretty big. Okay, yeah, I figured that. Because, like, again, it's like football. It's a uniquely American thing, but soccer is really, really popular in the United States. Like, I would say it's more popular than American football. Like, you wouldn't know it from, like, how the networks handle it, but soccer fans are literally everywhere. Like, literally everywhere. And then you meet people from all over the world, and they're repping their country's soccer team with their jerseys and stuff. Like, it's a big deal, man. It's a big deal. It's a global sport for sure. In rugby, you can only pass back, or am I wrong? Yeah, only passing backwards. Yeah, that's the biggest difference. American football, you can pass forwards, or you can pass backwards as long as you're behind the line of scrimmage. If you're not behind the line of scrimmage, then you have to pass laterally, or you have to pass forward. I think rugby is bigger than basketball here in the UK, at least. Yeah, that makes sense. Basketball's pretty big too. Baseball's the biggest sport as far as, like, money is concerned. MLB generates the biggest profits, but I don't think baseball's nearly as popular as basketball. I think if I were to rank the American sports, it would be basketball #1, football #2, and then baseball #3. And I'm not even going to include soccer because soccer's a global sport, so I wouldn't include soccer. But obviously soccer's the biggest sport out of all of them, because literally every country, like, has a team.
I appreciate it.
Physically, you're fine. But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death, destruction... Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh, Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
Oh, it's starting to see it. No problem, man. No problem. Enjoy your game. Enjoy your game. Definitely give me updates in the Discord. Football is pretty unique. There's some weird stuff that people won't notice at a glance, like the offside rule where you can't pass to someone who's in front of every enemy player, including the keeper, or who you pass it back to the keeper if you can't pick it up. Yeah. That's true. There's little nuances, and that kind of, like, differentiates the different sports, like tennis, table tennis, and ping pong, and badminton, and actual tennis, right? Like there's teeny little nuances between each sport, or like even with motorsports, like every different league has its own little nuanced rule. To be honest, I don't even know what's popular in Germany after soccer. So Germans are like that gung ho for soccer. Like soccer is everything. Like it's soccer and then nothing else in Germany. That's hilarious. So and again, Germany's definitely on my list of places to visit. So I just know, like, don't even worry about other sports. Just know soccer. Just know soccer.
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
Did we leave Gunnery Chief Williams back on Eden Prime?
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
Intel dropped the ball, sir. We had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander. Nobody could have predicted this.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
Now I'm curious what the most popular after soccer is in Germany. Yes, if you can find an answer, please let me know. I'm curious as well, like what Germans like in terms of sports. I can tell you that in the United States, at least, Formula One is getting really, really popular because of Netflix, and that's actually like kind of like what got me into Formula One. Really, I was a fan before. Like I played Formula One on like the Sega Genesis, all right, like since a kid. Like I was always kind of like familiar with it. But watching the Netflix series really just amped it up. So like, if anything, and I seriously doubt Netflix is watching or will ever watch, but if you guys were to do like a documentary but with soccer teams instead, I think that would be pretty cool. I think that would be pretty dope. But it's not like they need a popularity boost. Like everyone loves soccer. But I am curious too, like what Germans like aside from soccer.
I didn't do anything wrong, Captain. Hopefully the Council can see that.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best, a living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
Why?
He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't do anything about it. But Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
What are we gonna tell them? I had a bad dream?
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology? Blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction? Whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
We prove Saren's gone rogue and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the Ambassador and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
Alright, so now we have Shepard, who just woke up in Normandy's med bay, and now the entire ship is open to us. Whereas before, we can't explore the whole ship. But yeah, as you can see, you got VI controlled arms here to do surgeries. And I think there's like major surgeries that can't be done on the ship, but most stuff can be done. You know, especially like gunshot wounds and abrasions and things like that. And then this would be the storage room / office for the medical staff. And here we have
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
the unique placement of characters. So Kaidan is a romance option, and so he's put here. He's like the first one you see when you come out. If you play Mel Shep, Ashley will be standing here. Kaidan will be standing over there. But Kaidan can become a love interest for Mel Shep in Mass Effect 3, but Ashley will never become a love option for Fem Shep in any of the Mass Effect games. She's not a vegan. She's not vegan.
Commander, I'm glad to see you're okay. Losing Jenkins was hard on the crew, and I'm glad we didn't lose you too.
Things were pretty rough down there.
Yeah, you never get used to seeing dead civilians. It doesn't seem right somehow. But at least you stopped Saren from wiping out the whole colony.
I couldn't have done it without you.
We're Marines. We stick together. And I'm just sorry that we lost Jenkins.
Yeah, I wish I could have done something to save him.
I was there. You did everything right. It was just bad luck.
It's been a hell of a shakedown, Cruz. Our first mission ends with one Spectre killing another. The Citadel Council's not gonna be happy about that. Probably use it to lever more concessions out of the Alliance.
You've got a good grasp of the situation. You a career man?
Yeah, a lot of biotics are. We're not restricted, but we sure don't go undocumented. May as well get a paycheck for it.
Besides, my father served. I made him proud when I enlisted. Eventually. But is that why you're here? Because of your family?
I was a regular Navy brat. I got a little more noteworthy than the folks expected.
Oh, that's right, a Coos. I imagine that bought you any post in the fleet.
Word is we're heading for the Citadel, ma'am. Can you, tell me why?
The captain hopes the ambassador can get an audience with the council. Tell them what Saren's been up to.
Makes sense. They'd probably like to know he's not working for them anymore. Whatever happens, we'll be ready, Commander.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
You're a good soldier, Williams. You belong on the Normandy.
Thanks, Commander. I appreciate that.
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy. It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth, or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
I sent you a screenshot with a list of popular sports and looks pretty accurate. Okay, check that out. Okay, so we have football, which is obviously, like, we knew that. And then after that, we have ski jumping, handball, biathlon, track and field, automobile racing. I'm surprised. I am really surprised that automobile racing is that far down the list. It's the 6th most popular sport. And I mean, you guys have the Autobahn. You have the Autobahn. You literally have, like, the holy grail of speed in your country, where there's no speed limits and you can go as fast as you want. And there's Audi and there's Mercedes, who's also dominating Formula One, by the way, and BMW. And automobile racing is only the 6th most popular sport. That's interesting. Alpine skiing, boxing, tennis, swimming, ice hockey, cycling, and all of these look similar to, like, US numbers. Cross-country skiing, bobsledding, horse riding, gymnastics, motorcycle racing, tobogganing, basketball, table tennis, snowboarding. So, let me get this. So, alpine skiing is 7th, but snowboarding is like 15th. And then American football, volleyball, beach volleyball, esports. What? Esports only 2.6%. That is disappointing. That is disappointing. So there's an opportunity there for growth. We need more German players in esports. Then golf is at the very bottom, and golf is going to be at the bottom of every country's popular sports list, because golf is fun to play, but it is boring as hell to watch. Like, it's just not. It's not fun. Yeah, the best tourist spot in Germany. Yeah, exactly. It's like, what was the first thing you did when you went to when you visited Germany? I went to the Autobahn. That's what I did. Like, went to the Autobahn, rented a car, and just went as fast as I could go. Like, is it true? Is it true that if your car breaks down on the Autobahn, the German authorities have to send a helicopter with a magnet to come get you because everyone else is going like 300 kilometers an hour or some crazy number like that? That's insane. I love it. Meanwhile, in the United States, there will be a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit on a road literally in the middle of nowhere. Literally in the middle of nowhere. There'll still be a speed limit. You can be on a mountaintop in, like, Colorado somewhere, and there'll be a speed limit. No, where'd you get that? I see. That's why I had to ask you. Because I'm like, it sounds so ridiculous. I just had to be sure. And I literally heard it as like a rumor. I think it was on like some forum or something, and people were saying, yeah, that's what they do in Germany because people go so fast. And I'm like, well, I guess that kind of makes sense, but like not everyone's going that fast. You know, most cars aren't going that fast. Like you can still slow down. You can still slow down if someone has their hazard lights or there's an emergency vehicle on the Autobahn. And there's like places you can pull over to the side. So that's why I had to ask you. I'm like, let me ask a German. I need to be sure. But now I know it's completely ridiculous. like most rumors on the internet, right? Like most rumors on the internet. Yeah, exactly. That's funny. That's funny.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Like, no, you break down, and then, you know, hopefully you have AAA. I feel like these are either escape pods or they're like extra beds for crew. But this area's never really been explained to me. Then these are, of course, the captain quarters. And as you can see, by 2007 standards, this was, you know, the pinnacle of design. It's got a lot of empty space in it.
Go speak to Joker when you're ready. Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock.
And more monitors. I get this for the codex. We have mostly 3 lines, and the left is like go at it. Middle line is 100 to 120 kilometers an hour, and right line is the lone it's the lane for trucks and slow ones, mostly 80 kilometers an hour. Ah, got you. Okay. See, we need a system like that in the United States because it's implied that if you're in the left lane, you can go as fast as you want, but you can't because you'll get pulled over by police if you go over the speed limit. They tend not to bother you as long as you stay within 15 miles above. So if the speed limit is 70, the fastest you can go is 85. If you go any faster than that in the left lane, the cops will pull you over. And some cops will still pull you over even if you're going 85. Depends on how anal they want to be. But in Germany, it's like, if you're in the left lane, just go. You go as fast as you want, you know, because the left lane is supposed to be the passing lane. I never understood the logic behind putting a speed limit on the passing lane. It doesn't make sense. But the middle lane and the right lane makes the most sense because right lane is how you onboard and offboard the interstate. And then the middle lane is for people that don't want to go as fast as possible or who aren't trying to pass. So yeah, makes sense. And are they like, well no, you've already described it, like they're right next to each other. Because I also heard that there's like B roads that have pretty high speed limits, but they're still speed limits. But they're not a part of like the main Autobahn. Like kind of like how in the United States we have the interstate highway system and then we have highways, right? So interstate has the highest speed limit cap, and then you have your highways, which depending on where you are may have the same speed limit as an interstate, or it'll be around 40 to 50 mile per hour speed limit. But by rights, you're only allowed on the left lines if you're about to pass cars. Okay, got you. So you can only use that lane for passing, which is good because like I've driven behind people who literally are like driving the speed limit in the left lane. I'm like, what are you doing? what are you doing? That's not. Like, come on. It's literally not what it's for.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
size of that ship?
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower, too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side, then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
I'm not gonna sit on my ass just because the Council doesn't want to do anything. If they won't stop Saren, I will.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not hers.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Yep. We also have strips where we have speed limits, but there are only strips. But in general, you are free to go. Got you. And those strips, I would imagine, would be like bridges or areas where it could be potentially hazardous for you to travel as fast as you want. Or maybe going into a mountain or something. I don't know the context because, you know, I live in Florida and we really don't have anything other than rain that could be potentially hazardous to people that are driving. But we'll still throw speed limits everywhere, like literally everywhere. Now, minimum speed limits exist too, but we don't, it's rare that ever becomes an issue. Like the only time you'll have someone that's like in danger of violating the minimum speed limits are like elderly people. I know people will accuse me of ageism, but I'm sorry. Like those are the only drivers that I've ever seen in my many years of being a driver myself that actually is in danger of getting a ticket for driving too slow because you're impeding traffic. I don't know either. Gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah, it's probably like really contextual. Like whatever the local municipality deems appropriate. Alliance Patrol Report. Captain Hendrickson reported some unusual energy readings during a patrol of the Argos Road Cluster. She had particular concerns about the Hydra system, but was recalled before her team could investigate further. No patrols are scheduled for that sector. We want to send in the recon team. Interesting. So yeah, you can like discover a lot of quests if you just explore and talk to people, which is like the OG RPG way. And I'm, you know, a boomer, so of course that's something that I appreciate.
I understand what you're saying, but
allegations are very serious. This is serious. My reputation is at stake. I spoke with the consul in confidence, and her alone, and she betrayed that confidence. All right. I will look into it for you.
So these are the Elcor.
Do not do anything.
I love these guys. Their manner of speech. They speak in a monotone voice because on the planet that they're from, they only communicate through like gestures and scents. So they never really needed to develop much speech. They can talk, obviously, but they don't really speak to each other through tonal inflections. It's more body language and scent. So that's why they all have like this monotone voice, and pretty interesting. And then you have the Volus, which are these guys, and they all walk around in pressurized suits because their planet has very heavy atmosphere. So they can't survive in like normal pressurized environments like this one. So they have to wear these suits or else they'll rupture. And they're like the merchant financial savants of the galaxy. So everything that's money, whether it's, you know, G-Coin or whatever, like they are the gurus of that stuff.
EarthClan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Din. At least introduce yourself.
I am Din Korlak, Volus ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, EarthClan?
You seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
What is it you do here?
I look out for the best interests of the Volus people. No easy task considering how often we are overlooked by the Council.
Chastising rebuke, Din. The Council favors your species greatly.
You are naive. The EarthClan will be invited to the Council long before our species will.
Are you playing PSO2? Yes, I am playing it. I've played it since launch, but I haven't played it nearly as much as I should because, you know, it is still an MMO at the end of the day. So I'll put in like an hour or two on like a random day. So pretty much everyone else who started the game has like gone ahead of me. But most players were able to carry over their characters from the PSO Classic, so I don't feel bad. I'm just kind of taking my time with it. But yeah, I am playing it. I have made a hunter, but you really don't need to make more than one character because they have a class switching system, which allows you to switch between all of the main classes, and then you can select the subclass as well. So you're not penalized for it. In fact, you're encouraged to change classes. So yeah, like you don't really need to. I'm going to do it just because I like having a diverse cast of characters, but yeah, I am playing it, and it's good. It's good. I'm satisfied. Like, if you look at the recent Steam reviews, there's like a bit of a controversy, but I like it.
Why aren't the Elcor or Volus part of the Council?
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council. All but the EarthClans, it would seem.
Dismissive. Ignore the Volus ambassador, human. He is incorrect in his assessment.
Really? How long have we been waiting? How long do you think we'll continue to wait? Bah, this talk is wasted on the humans.
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, EarthClan.
I like the beta, but my friends with whom I'm playing now, Blade and Soul, didn't like it that much. Ah, yeah. I mean, it is a different kind of game. I like the fluidity of it, but it's still like, you know, it's like it's a weeb RPG. You know, it's an anime MMO, and there are certain aesthetics that it lacks. Whereas Blade and Soul, World of Warcraft, Secret World, Elder Scrolls Online, literally every other MMO just has a more gritty like feel to it. And I think that's why I'm playing PSO, because it is different from all the other MMOs, and it is like that kind of cute anime, you know, style game. Like, I can see why people don't like it, and I can see why people do like it. Did you ever see any gameplay from Blade and Soul? Oh yeah, I've seen gameplay. Like, it looks really intense. It reminds me a lot of another game. It's literally on the tip of my tongue. Black Desert. Yeah, Black Desert. So like Blade and Soul, Black Desert, and there's one more. I think it's called Invictus. They're very similar. And I've played Invictus. I've played no, it's Vindictus, not Invictus. Yeah, so there's Vindictus. I've played that one. I haven't played Black Desert, but some buddies of mine who do play it, they really like it. And then Blade and Soul is really popular. Like, people love it. Yeah, Vindictus, yeah. So like, to me, they're all really similar, and they have like great, you know, great combat engines. And then there's this new game, a Chinese game that's coming out called Naraka Blade Point, which is like a battle royale, but it reminds me a lot of Blade and Soul. And I'm probably gonna cop that eventually, because I think it's gonna go on sale for like $30. It's like, why not, you know?
Tell me about Volus culture.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status. Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones and eventually split again. Our society is very malleable, and our government is always shifting and changing. Since we're not physically adept, we trade our services for protection.
I have Swords and Legends Online and Lost Ark on my watch list. Ah, okay. I haven't heard of Swords and Legends. I've heard some things about Lost Ark. And there's a Blade and Souls 2 in development. Really? So they're coming out with a sequel. Nice. That'll be interesting to see what that's going to look like.
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Solarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy. However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Your ambassador is next door, in his own office.
In this shared space, I aid my fellow Volus when I'm not being interrupted.
Funniest thing is, this year there will be a Digimon MMO release. No shot. Really? A Digimon MMO? That's wild. That's wild. I grew up on Digimon, so like, you know, I'm definitely a fan. And I actually recently bought Cyber Sleuth as well, a game that I do want to stream. But yeah, that's crazy. The Digimon MMO.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yeah, but I didn't see any gameplay.
Good day, EarthClan.
Yeah, that's the kicker. That's the kicker.
Pleased greeting. Human, it is always good to see your kind. I am Ambassador Kalen. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Why do you explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, we discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
Why do you bother, Kalen? These Earth Clan don't really care about our ways.
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry for you.
Did you play Digimon Rumble Arena on PS1? I wanted to, but I never got a chance to play it. Yeah, but I wanted to. I did get a chance to play other anime games like that, but not that particular one. Like the Beyblade game I've played Gundam Battle Assault, and then of course, you know, the classic Marvel vs. Capcom.
Tell me more about your species.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
I played it all the time with my brother when we were kids. Oh, nice, nice.
I'd like to know more about the culture of the Alcor.
Frankly,
because it was a fighting game, right?
The safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the
or was it an
arena
style game?
Built on small, tight-knit groups. Though we are always welcoming to outsiders, our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
Who's this Asari consort?
Curious, you have not heard.
Like Smash, gotcha,
You must be
gotcha,
new to the
yeah.
Citadel. Everyone knows Sha'ira, the consort. I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day, human.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you're at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Avina.
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide. Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina, and I am pleased to be your virtual guide throughout this level of the Citadel space station.
What does that mean?
I am a fully interactive virtual intelligence, programmed to provide spontaneous guidance at predetermined locations of interest throughout this level of the Citadel. I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium VI terminals, should you require assistance.
Give me the tour.
You are standing at Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. On either side of this lobby are the embassies of the various Citadel races, along with CSEC headquarters. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
I want to know more about Citadel security.
Citadel security serves as law enforcement for all regions of the Citadel, though the majority of officers serve in the wards. Executor Palin, a Turian, is the current head of CSEC, but individuals from virtually every species across Citadel space serve as officers beneath him. If you wish to learn more, Executor Palin's office is located in the CSEC headquarters just across the lobby.
Do you know anything about specters?
The term Spectre is derived from the branch of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. Each Spectre agent is handpicked by the Council. Their primary role is preserving galactic stability and resolving volatile situations
Genius has
that cannot be
hydrate.
handled
I
through
need to drink some
normal
water
political
then.
channels. In this role, they are granted extraterritorial rights and jurisdictions. Spectres answer to no law or authority except the Council itself.
And I do need some water. I've been playing this. I'm probably gonna take a quick, like, 5-minute break after I finish talking to her. Use the bathroom and grab a snack. Pushed through the last hour, and then we'll see where we are at the 3-hour mark. Whether or not to end for the day.
What can you tell me about the Citadel Council?
Originally, the Council consisted of representatives from the Asari and Solarians, the two dominant species in Citadel space. Roughly 1,304 galactic standard years ago, Turians were invited to join the Council in recognition of the role they played during the Krogan Rebellion. Since then, the three Council races have worked together to ensure the peaceful coexistence of the galactic community, while preserving individual autonomy for each species.
Today I watched the stream and there I could redeem 10 sit-ups per 1.5k channel points. Oh man. We should have Dream Hunter do something like that. I redeemed it 7 times. Oh, that's savage. Ooh. I know that person had like no core left. No core left.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thank you for using Avina.
That's
Please
hilarious.
enjoy your visit to the Citadel.
Which reminds me, I need to do some exercise later. Because all day yesterday I was recovering from the previous 2 days of working out that I did. You know, Pilates. But I was doing like this 100 push-up challenge and built my chest.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place is fantastic.
Human, delighted, welcome. It is good to meet you.
100, yeah. So basically what I did was I did 10 and die. Yeah, no, like literally that was me. The most I can do in one session is probably 10. And then my max is 12. I used to be able to do up to 20, but I changed the way that I do push-ups. I use like a little bar so I can get more, you know, deeper contractions, and it puts a lot more strain on the pecs. So I can't do as many as I used to because now I have to like do the full motion. And so my standard workout would be, you know, 3 sets of 10 push-ups, and then trying to do pull-ups. I still can't do 1 pull-up, but my grip strength is improving, and I try to, you know, hang, do like some overhead grabs and kind of hold that motion, or hold that position for like 30 seconds, and engaging my core at the same time. So I'll do 10 seconds and then change my leg position, 10 more seconds. But regarding doing 100 push-ups, that's over the course of a day, right? So you could do like 10 push-ups per hour, or 10 push-ups every 10 minutes, or however you want to do it. But the goal is to get to 100. But by the end of the day, I could only do 50, and then my chest was like done. Like, it was so sore. So I'm like, all right, we'll continue the challenge next time. Last time I did any push-ups besides today was half a year ago. Yeah, exactly. Same thing with me. Like, there was a huge lull in between times that I did push-ups. Now my squats, I do squats more regularly, and I can do like 90 in one session. So what I mean by a session is you do 1 set of 30, and then you take a minute and 30 seconds to 2 minutes rest time, and then you do another 30, and then you take a break, and then you do another 30, and then you do lunges, and you take a break between each of those. And so that's like my normal leg routine, and then I mix that in with 3 sets of 60 jumping jacks as well. So my legs are a lot stronger than my upper body. And so I'm just trying to get my upper body there. Nah, I don't do anything today because I was just motivated because I redeemed it. You're crazy. Yeah, I am a bit of a mad lad. I am a bit of a mad lad. You know, and it's really just trying not to like gain too much weight, but even still, like I have to like modify my diet because I'm building muscle, but I'm not losing fat. So I'm just getting bigger, and you know my clothes are fitting a lot tighter than they used to. COVID-19 and that combined. But I respect the discipline. Well, I appreciate you saying that. Because I didn't consider myself to be particularly disciplined at all. But I do appreciate you saying that. And you know, it's a work in progress, you know. Like when I first started working out many years ago, it was after I pulled a muscle in my back, and I'm like, you know what? I'm so out of shape that's why that happened. Like I'm not taking care of myself, you know. I'm studying, I'm going to school, I'm doing all of this stuff for my mind, but what am I doing for my body? You know what I mean? My clothes are getting tighter too, but only on the belly part. Yeah. Same here. My gut has gotten larger, and that's all fat. So like I'm not even putting any of that on muscle growth. That's all fat in my belly region. But my quads have definitely gotten larger, both from fat and muscle, because like I know that I'm stronger. But yeah, like, you know, I just had to start at least taking care of myself. And you start off small. Like people think like there's some minimum. There's no such thing as a minimum. Okay, like there's no such thing as a minimum. You literally just do what you can safely and comfortably, and then you just do a little bit more next time, in the conditioning stage. Don't even worry about trying to do more. Just consistently hit your baseline, because what you want to do is you want to create a habit. The habit's the most important part. Like if you can build a habit around working out, and that's where I'm still struggling, right? Like working out of habit, because I used to be like that. I would work out like 4 days a week, 5 days a week, sometimes 6 days a week. Like when I was in the best shape of my life, I would work out 6 days a week. But I scaled back considerably from that. But that was like 10 years ago, so you know, it's like, yeah. Would I do that again? Probably. But I don't have any motivation for it. But yeah, like you'll get the motivation if you start to see gains. Like that's all you need to see. Like if you see weight loss or you see gains, then you're gonna be like, oh yeah, it's working, I'm gonna keep doing it. And that's all you need to do. Like it's a mental thing. So like in your case, Polygenius, just start out like once a week doing some kind of physical activity, and then bump it up to 2 and bump it up to 3. If you want to start to see gains, you need to do at least 3 days a week. And you don't need to work any more than 30 minutes per session. I saw fat gains and it bothers me so freaking much. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Like, that's another thing that got me into the gym too. Like, not only did I pull my muscle on my back, just doing something simple, but, you know, I was like 245 pounds. And I had no muscle mass. It was all fat. And I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna fix this. And so I got down to 190, and that was when I was in my best shape. I got down to 190, and I wasn't like super muscular or anything like that. I was just smaller because I was doing a lot of cardio, but my nutrition wasn't great, and that's why I ended up not getting the gains that a lot of people get. Like diet's super important. Like if anything, it's more important than the exercise, honestly. But yeah, in your case, like you know, you want to kind of head that off. Oh, so you're 190 right now. Okay, cool. So yeah, in your case, then, since you're around 190 pounds, you gained a little bit of fat. You're going to gain. Oh, you were 170 before. Okay, so your goal should be to lose 10 pounds. And I say that because you're going to build muscle, and muscle's heavier than fat. So if you work out and you get gains, you're never going to go back to 170. But that's cool because you're going to be stronger. You're going to have more muscle mass than you did before, right? So it's all about converting that fat into muscle. That's what my trainer was telling me. It's like if your waist is shrinking, but you're gaining weight, that means that you're gaining it in the right places. It means you're building muscle. And so, yeah, that's all you want to do. Like, you just want to focus not so much on how much you weigh, but on your measurements. Weight doesn't bother me, only the fat. Yeah, exactly. That's a good attitude to have, because a lot of people get like stuck on the weight. Like, oh, I weigh this much, I'm fat. Like, no. That's that's literally like weight loss commercials getting in your head. Like, your weight's irrelevant.
Don't believe the rumors.
You know, how do you look? How do you look? How do you feel? How much fat do you have on you? That's what matters. It doesn't matter how much you weigh. So yeah, like, just do a little bit. I recommend the best exercises that's going to give you the most bang for your buck are squats, mountain climbers, push-ups, pull-ups, and planks. Like, if you do those, you don't really need to go to the gym to like maintain your weight, and you'll probably burn some fat too doing that, because those exercises engage the greatest number of muscle groups. But if you're trying to get swole, like you want gains, then yeah, you're going to want to start doing compound exercises and things like that. And you're going to have to put on some more weight, right? You're going to have to gain some more fat so you can build the muscle. And I knew a lot of people who were like a massive, and they all told me like, yeah, that's what you have to do. Like, there's a what's the term they use? Bulking. So there's a bulking period, and during the bulking period, you get fat. Like, you gain fat on your body, and you're still working out, but you're gaining a lot of body fat. And then once you're at the place where you can start to shred, then you're cutting your caloric intake. You're still working out, but your body's converting that fat into muscle. And so when you lose that fat, you're going to come out with better muscle definition. And then if you want more muscle, it's a rinse and repeat. You just do the same thing. Edgy. You guys tied? What? 1-1? Oh, man. Okay, so, like, what happens? What happens? My wish is not to be buff, but toned. Okay, so yeah, in your case, Polo Genius, you just have to focus on Pilates. Get your cardio right. Do some weight training, but you don't need to do heavy weights. Focus on exercises that are more reps as opposed to sets. And you'll get that nice lean muscle definition. Because if you're trying to get bulky and swole, you want to do heavy weights, low reps, a lot of sets. It's an entirely different process that you take your body through. But if you're trying to just lean out, then yeah, you want more cardio, more reps. Oh my fucking god, man. Fuck Morata. We missed a fucking penalty. Oh man, that hurts, bro. That hurts. You don't miss a penalty shot. You just don't. That's like in the NBA when you get that free throw, not a free throw. Well, it is a free throw, but basically the penalty shot in basketball. You don't miss those. You just don't do it. It's like, it's a freebie. It's free points.
This
like,
seems strange.
What are you doing?
No more humans around.
Like, you just don't do it. While you're looking up that information, Edgy, I'm gonna go take a quick break. And then I think, you know what? I might. We'll see. Let me go ahead and Put up the slideshow. Be right back, guys. All right. So Moreno missed the penalty kick, and on the second touch, Murata missed an open goal. Oh, that hurts. Poland literally lost against Slovakia. How did we draw? We actually have to win the next match to get through, or we just can't pass the group stages. Like France and Hungary. New Spain lineup isn't the same. They're all good in their own way, but they have no chemistry. They don't look at the ground. But they don't know each other. Back in the day, Spain has such good chemistry. It flows together. Yeah, that a team comp really matters, and team cohesion. Now one guy will be looking at the ground wondering how grass feels like, and someone else in the box is ready for crossing.
What do you want? Oh, Commander. Is there something I can do for you?
Relax, Private. This isn't an inspection.
Right, sorry. What can I do for you, Commander?
What can you tell me about the Asari consort?
Well, she's an Asari who works here as... That is, she helps people with things.
You never went to see her, did you, Fredericks?
No, I never did. I couldn't afford it. It costs half a year's credits just to go in and talk to her.
Can you at least tell me where I can find her?
Sure. She's across the bridge from the embassies.
Thanks, kid. Have fun. Try not to get into too much trouble.
I will. Have fun, that is.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
Hello, Commander. Can I get you something?
You know who I am?
Your arrival created a bigger-than-average stir among the diplomats and hangers.
God, I hate the Mass Effect dialogue sequences.
Something new happening around here. I could fill you in on some points of interest if you'd like.
That's hilarious. So yeah, I mean, I can definitely see where you're coming from, Edgy, for sure. Because 2007, this is top of the line. This was top of the line back in 2007, but it's been 14, 15 years. To be honest, I don't mind if Spain doesn't win the next match.
What's going on around here?
Well, you found the embassies. Not much going on here. Across the bridge, you'll find the bank, the Emporium, and Shaira's. If you haven't heard of her, you soon will. If you need supplies, you can try the markets one level below. For entertainment, I'd try Flux or Cora's Den.
I have loads of German friends, so I'm obligated to care. True. You have to. Or your boys are just gonna be looking at you like, really, bro? Where's the love?
Goodbye.
So long, Commander. Have a pleasant day.
All right. And then this is Executive Palin right here. I think there's a quest over here in the corner that we can pick up. So let's do that. As long as I don't screw it up. Following message was transmitted from untraceable accounts of multiple recipients across the extranet. Further monitoring of the situation is warranted. My fellow biotic, you have been selected to receive this transmission because of our shared plight. Few understand us, fewer tolerate us. We must stand together. We must build our own new world. Come, join us in the Hawking Edict cluster. Only as one body can we right the wrongs done to our kind. Wish you luck as well. They're just traumatic memories. Yeah. I would say to all of my football-loving friends, I'm like, imagine being a Bucks fan. It's literally just, it's ritualized torture. And then Tom Brady just swoops in and delivers that dub, and yes. Yes, I am human initiating human talking sequence. I will stand here and look at you awkwardly. Anyways, where's the headquarters? Yes, I shall go there. See your pro? Yes, that's literally it, Edgy. That's literally it. I should go. It's like Shepard's more robotic than the actual machines in this game.
Commander Shepard, I didn't expect to see you here. Did Ambassador Udina send you?
Have we met before?
No, but I know you well enough. I'm Executor Palin, head of CSEC. It's my job to know when someone like you arrives on the Citadel. Was there something you needed, Commander?
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security services throughout the Citadel. We're a civilian government agency, though many of our members have had military training. Of course, as the CSEC representative to the Council, I spend most of my time liaising between the two.
Tell me about your investigation into Saren.
Sorry, Commander. I don't make a habit of giving out details about ongoing investigations.
What do you know about the Spectres?
They're the right hand of the Council, or so they like to be called. More like the underhanded side of the Council.
What do you have against the Spectres?
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above the law, especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre to decide when and how to bend the rules.
Sometimes you have to bend the law to keep people safe.
I've been with CSEC for 30 years. I've never had to break the law to do my job, not once.
Yeah, right. You expect us to believe none of your officers are corrupt?
There are over 200,000 CSEC agents. Some of them are going to be bad. But we don't turn a blind eye to corruption like the Spectres do. We do our best to find and punish any officer who breaks the law. Spectres, they'll never come under that kind of scrutiny.
The galaxy needs people like that. People who do the dirty jobs.
I agree. But they need to be held to a higher standard. They need to be accountable. Saren's out of control. We both know that. But because he's a Spectre, the Council doesn't want to do anything about it. Is that the kind of person this galaxy needs?
But not all Spectres are like Saren.
True. But the potential is always there.
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
Alright, so that's Executive Palin. You really don't talk to him much after this. Like, you see him in one other scene, when you meet, another character, but, like, I thought it was interesting. I would've liked to see more of him. He does get some closure, though, but it's the way that BioWare did it, it was kind of like a disservice. Since I'm watching, I didn't get to focus on the game. I don't know what's going on. Oh, same. LOL. No worries, guys. I'm just on the Citadel, trying to go on a little sightseeing tour, see what's different, you know, and how it looks compared to the 2007 version. So, like, again, I've already played this game recently and uploaded it to PC, so if you wanted to see the comparison yourself, you can definitely do that. Just take a look as well. But it looks great, like the 4K textures that they've added. Of course, I'm not playing in 4K, I'm playing in 1080, because why? I don't need to. But yeah, the HD textures are just really great. And this is some good looking water right here. Okay, I like this water a lot. Is it the best water I've ever seen? Not even close. But again, this is updated from 2007. I just enjoy talking with you. I appreciate that, Bella Genius. And I enjoy speaking to you as well. And I mean, that's half the fun. Like, I would be a lot more bored if I didn't have anyone to talk to, because again, I've already beat this game multiple times. I would probably say my eighth time just doing the PC playthrough. So I know this game very, very well. Okay, I know this game very, very well, all too well. So yeah, if you guys weren't here, it'd be rough. But I do like the changes that they've made to this game, for sure. Because, like, you couldn't sprint. You couldn't sprint in the classic version. You couldn't sprint. You could only jog everywhere or walk. It was horrible. I prefer my Minecraft water, baby. True. Minecraft water is goated. Everyone knows this. Yeah, Sushada, let's go. Exactly. It's just easy, man. It's easy peasy. You know, doesn't put an incredible amount of demand on the system. You know, it's just common sense, logical. Let's see if the prices are still outrageous. I'm gonna head over to the market as I cross this bridge.
Over there. What's it doing?
Please do not disturb the keepers. Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 2. You are standing near the base of the Citadel Tower, one of the Presidium's most recognizable and important structures.
That
Behind
whispering
you
sounds
is the
shit.
spectacular
I don't know
relay
think about this
monument,
game.
a scale model representation of a Prothean mass relay. To your left is one of the keepers, the enigmatic caretakers of the Citadel, working on a control panel. You may see keepers involved in various tasks throughout all levels of the Citadel. We ask that you do not interfere with them in any way. The keepers are essential to the smooth operation of the Citadel. Obstructing their daily work will result in harsh penalties, including incarceration and rehabilitation.
Incarceration and rehabilitation. I don't like the sound of that. Like how you couldn't run in Persona 5 and now in Royal you can. Yeah, pretty much. 50 pounds well spent. Nah, just kidding. There's loads of new content in Royal. Just the sprint feature was worth the 50 pounds alone. But not only do you have that, but you have all the other stuff you've added with it as well. Did I ever ask you about Near Replicant? I can't remember. I want to say you did. Because I feel like I had a conversation with someone about Near Replicant. I got it in Plat in the same week it released. Oh, wow. So you platinum the game the same week it released? That is hardcore, man. How many hours did that take? Jeez. In the same week? That's incredible. That's dedication. That respect. Like that's not easy.
Tell me more about the relay monument.
Discovered by the Asari who first arrived at the Citadel, the relay monument is one of the station's most interesting and controversial features. What is the meaning behind this striking piece of art? Is it a tribute to Prothean vanity? A reminder of their conquest of the galaxy through mass relay technology? Or perhaps it is a symbol of unity, a Prothean acknowledgement that the relays would eventually lead other species here to the Citadel. No one can say for sure, making the relay monument a favorite topic of discussion among academics and scholars.
Tell me about the Citadel Tower.
Housing both the council chambers and Citadel control, the tower is one of the most important buildings on the station. Access to these areas is restricted to those with the appropriate clearance.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a pleasant day.
100 or so hours. Damn. That's incredible. I got a Discord friend who's like, I got the new Ratchet and Clank, and then 3 hours later he was done. No shot, bro. No shot. Like there's if you beat Ratchet and Clank in 3 hours, you didn't play the game. You didn't play the game. You literally speed ran it and like was like, oh, you know, look, I beat the game in 3 hours. Like there's no shot. There's no shot. You literally played that game, and I don't believe it. I just don't. Literally speed running that shit. Like there's no way. The hardest thing was the farming trophy, and the most stressful was to get every weapon to the max level. Speedrun.com. So, like, what's the farming achievement, I wonder? Like, what's that about?
Any questions are they?
I doubt it. We've made our reports. Now we just have to trust Ambassador Udina.
No, we don't, sir.
So you have the option to skip elevator conversations. Because the loading times are so much faster. So in the old game, it would take forever to load, and that's why you had the elevator conversations, because, you know, old tech. But now we have new tech, and loading times are a lot faster. And now you can just skip to where you want to go. But any real fan of Mass Effect is not going to skip the elevator conversations, because the elevator conversations are some of the best conversations in the game. Okay? They're short, they're sweet, and they're oftentimes funny. So you want to have those conversations. Mayo, I didn't think he'd submit. Swear, he submitted the time too? That's wild, bro. He submitted the time too. No fucking shot. You have a farming grid of 5x3, and you need to get one special flower, and for that you need to crossbreed the other colors first. Okay, yeah, that does sound pretty gross, because there's literally like a formula to it. Like it's not as simple as just doing it.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the council. Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicarian. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
Sounds like you really want to bring him down.
I don't trust him. Something about him rubs me the wrong way. But he's a Spectre. Everything he touches is classified. I can't find any hard evidence.
I think the council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
So this is Garrus Vicarian. He's that bro. He's that dude. He's like one of the coolest characters in all of video games. And yeah, he's awesome. Garrus is amazing. So I can definitely say like they really focused on updating the council chambers, because the council chambers did not look like this in the original version. Like, you had the fountain and everything like that, but it pretty much looked like they carved the entire room out of a spaceship, like some mining ship. That's how that's how it looked. Like, they just carved the entire thing out of a mining ship, and everything just had like this dark brushed aluminum, and it was, I mean, again, by 2007 standards, awesome, but certainly not by today's standards. Yeah, and the stressful part is you need to crossbreed the crossbred flower to get the trophy. And it took 24 hours real time to get to see. Oh, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. And the probability to get the flowers of crossbred was like 10%. Oh, that's disgusting. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart speedruns already got 1 hour 37 minutes. What? An hour and 37 minute speedrun? Are you kidding me? That is insane. Do you know the name of the person who did it? An hour and 37 minutes. Like, that's no shot, dude. Like, that, wow. Wow. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. World record holder's name is just Sin. Yeah, I don't know that person. Sin? But then I don't know too many platformer speedrunners though. So, to be fair. Other people probably know who he is. I don't know who he is. Like, I pretty much follow Resident Evil speedrunners, there's like the Jet Set Radio Future speedrunners. Pretty much anyone that pops up on GDQ, Games Done Quick, like, I'm familiar with them. Because I follow that Twitch channel. Oh shit, we got God Rays now? They added that. You didn't have God Rays before, that's for sure. Pretty badass. Breath of the Wild is 20. Alright, no way. Alright, what the most ridiculous speedrun I've ever seen was the freaking 7-minute The Outer Worlds speedrun. Like 7 minutes. 7 minutes. World record Nürburgring run is like 5 minutes. Like, just to put that in perspective.
Commander.
Alright, I can't talk to him yet. He drops a quest too. Rear Admiral Kahoku does. I'm hyped of the IGN video. Developers react to speedruns. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Yep. That's a really great series. Like, for those of you who haven't seen it, like, yeah. Watching that series of developers reacting to speedruns was amazing. My favorite one was the Doom one. Like, Doom devs reacting to speedruns. Because they were looking for ways to make the game harder. Like, that's how they responded to it. It's like, okay, how can we make sure that that never happens again? Especially the level skips. They did not like the level skips. And I guess as a programmer, you may see like, okay, well, that was just sloppy coding because that person shouldn't have been able to do that. But, you know, like you're dealing with deadlines and shit. Like, you don't have time to like make sure everything's airtight, and it's part of the fun, you know, of watching speedrunners find ways to break these games. You can do a tactic called the Boomy Zoomy where you bomb like twice in bullet time and go flying. You fly to Hyrule Castle. Oh yeah, I've seen the Boomy Zoomy. I've seen that done before. There's a dude, I'm trying to remember his name, but there's a dude on Twitch that does that.
The hearing's already started. Come
like
on.
Breath of the Wild speedruns, and he did a Boomy Zoomy, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's definitely a Boomy Zoomy.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern.
Yeah,
There's
Small
nothing
Land,
to
yeah.
indicate Saren was involved
That's
in
his
any
name.
way.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson,
You always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard. The one who let the beacon get destroyed.
So, before we continue with the scene, let me just say real quick how unlikely this exchange would be if there were basic forensics being done. So, Nihilus was shot in the back of the head by a high caliber handgun, right? The Geth do not use handguns at all. And the Geth pulse rifle uses an entirely different form of ammunition, slugs. So that's number one. Number two, it was fired at close range. Now, these rounds are magnetically accelerated, so there wouldn't be any bullet residue, quote-unquote bullet residue. But an autopsy of Nihilus's body would have shown that someone other than the Geth killed him, and the only ones attacking the colony at the time were the Geth. So either a human shot him, or this eyewitness's testimony does check out that Saren was on the ground and did indeed shoot Nihilus in the head. And then this hearing would have gone really differently. But, you know, plot armor. 8-bit analysis. yes. That was an 8-bit analysis segment. Yes. I'm sorry about that, guys. I know you just wanted to see the hearing play out, but I had to stop it. Because there's definitely some plot armor that lets Saren get off, because, you know, we're in the future. Like, modern day forensics would have been able to tell you that this eyewitness testimony had some weight, and then you would have brought him in. You would have had to bring him in and interview him and say, okay, describe the Turian that you saw shoot this guy. Did he look like Saren? Eyewitness testimony, or the witness would have said, yeah, that's him. That's the guy that I saw shoot the other Turian in the back of the head. Then it would have been like, okay, dude, looking a little sussy. What's going on? And then he would have been on the defensive. That's not what happened, because they didn't do basic forensics. And so he gets off. They blow it. But there's like no attorneys in this room, so of course he gets off. I'm getting caught up on chat real quick. Oh yeah, I've seen some of those IGN videos. Every game is going to have glitches. Yeah, it's impossible. Like, a game's going to have a glitch. You have a team of multiple people designing a level, designing animations, whatever. Like, there's going to be glitches. There could be glitches that exist in the engine itself that you're using. So even if your code is airtight, the engine that you're building it on may have some blind spots. So, like, you're never going to be able to catch everything. And that's why the speedrunners are great, because they're like bug testers and at the same time speedrunners. The Outer Worlds one is just ridiculous. Yes, the Outer Worlds one was nutty. I was blown away. I'm like, I will never see a speedrun like that ever again. Yeah, that guy's great. He does Mario Odyssey runs too. It's fun to be in this chat though, even though it's so fast, there's almost no reason. Now we got this awkward death stare. Yeah, exactly.
The mission to Eden Prime was top secret. The only way you could know about the beacon was if you were there.
With Nihilus gone, his files passed on to me. I read the Eden Prime report. I was unimpressed. But what can you expect from a human?
So that's his alibi. He wasn't there. He wasn't on Eden Prime. And the dock worker was just seeing things. He didn't actually, you know, see Saren. He just saw a Turian that resembled Saren, because humans can't tell Turians apart, because this is racist or a racially based allegation. That's his alibi. That's Saren's alibi. But the forensics would have blown his alibi wide open, and at least show, hey, there's something to it. Because, like, if he could place himself somewhere else, then yeah, his alibi would be rock solid. We couldn't get him. But there had to have been like some signature of a giant fucking Reaper ship landing on Eden Prime, right? You know, like, and everyone knew it, that Saren was like wild. So it's like, guys, what's with this hearing? Like, what's going on? Have you seen the Ocarina of Time one? You can pick up a rock, go to a specific spot, do some weird inputs, and bam, the credits scene. I have not seen that one. You share that one in Discord. I want to see that one. That looks ridiculous. Obviously, that's boring, so to do so, that's just a subcategory, but still sick. Yeah, for sure. What can you expect from a human?
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
You can't hide behind the Council forever.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
This meeting is adjourned.
I still don't understand how someone actually discovered that. Like, why did they choose to do that of all things?
It was a
Yeah,
mistake
exactly.
bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history.
We
It
can't
made the
let
Council
dreams
question
hunters
our
in.
motives.
Yeah.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
What's our next step?
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the Executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
Tell me about Barla Vaughn.
He specializes in moving large sums of money without leaving a paper trail. A financial genius. Doesn't do anything illegal, but he knows all the loopholes. He's got an impressive client list. Ambassadors, diplomats, specters. That's probably why the Shadow Broker uses him.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
He's a necessary evil of galactic politics. Buying and selling information is a part of the game, and the Shadow Broker just happens to be the best player on the field. Always sells to the highest bidder. Doesn't get involved in politics, doesn't pick sides. A simple system, but it works. He's not a threat to anyone, not directly. He's just a resource we can use, or she is. Or maybe they are. Nobody really knows.
I want to know more about the Spectres.
They're not your typical government agency. They tend to work alone, behind the scenes. They take care of problems the Council can't. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The Council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
What happens when a Spectre goes rogue, like Saren?
It doesn't happen often. The Council is careful when they select their candidates. But when something does go wrong, there's usually only one solution. Send another Spectre to bring the rogue agent down.
They sound like shadow operatives.
Everything about them is classified. We don't even know how many there are. The latest Alliance estimate puts their numbers under 100. But the Council couldn't do its job without them. They're the Citadel's top agents, the last line of defense, the final option before open war. The entire galaxy respects and fears them. If a Spectre shows up, you know something big is about to happen.
What's their command structure like?
There is no command structure. Each Spectre answers directly to the Council. Sometimes they're sent on specific missions. Other times, they act on their own. They tend to operate outside the law, do whatever it takes to accomplish their goals. The Council just turns a blind eye. Spectres have a lot of power, Shepard.
How do they decide who becomes a Spectre?
You can't just apply to join. There's no training program. Spectres aren't made. They're born. The Council's always looking for exceptional individuals. People who can get the job done, like you. They've been watching you for years. They see something in you. They want you on their side. Nihilus was supposed to give them a final recommendation, but with him gone, things are still up in the air.
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined CSEC about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since. Roughing up suspects in custody, bribery accusations, alcohol and drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
Guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut loose a long time ago.
He was one of the first human CSEC officers. Guess it would have looked bad if he got fired. A lot of backroom deals were worked out over the years to keep him on the force. Politics is a dirty business sometimes, but it looks like his time's run out. We've got enough humans in CSEC now to stop protecting him.
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the Council.
He's just frustrated. The Council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the Council. The ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
Who cares if we get a seat on the Council? What's the big deal?
If the Council passes a ruling on an interstellar matter, we have to follow it. We don't have the fleets or political allies to defy them. Once we get a seat on the Council, we'll be able to influence those rulings, protect our own interests. No more jumping through hoops whenever we want something. Take this mess we're in now. If humanity had a seat on the Council, we'd just send the Citadel fleet out to take care of Saren and his Geth. Problem solved.
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way, innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience, no hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
Killing innocents doesn't end wars. It causes them.
I know how the world works, Commander. Sometimes you're forced to make unpleasant decisions, but only if there's no other way. Saren doesn't even look for another option. He's twisted, broken. He likes the violence, the killing. And he knows how to cover his tracks.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over in the ambassador's office if you need anything else.
Alright, so we finished speaking to Captain Anderson, voiced by the legendary Keith David. And now we're in the process of trying to uncover some evidence to get Saren disbarred.
What guy?
What? Oh, no, I wasn't. Never mind. Yes, is there something you want?
Why are you so interested in the Keepers?
This is like some Among Us shit.
I've got no interest in
Very
it.
sus.
Don't get coy. I
Very
know what
sus.
I saw.
I'm not so sure I should be talking to you about this.
Just tell me what you're doing. I'm not here to get you into trouble.
All right. I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I'm using a small scanner to gather readings on the Keepers. So far I've had mixed results. I find it difficult to get near the creatures.
Why were you being so secretive about it, though?
Well, technically we're not supposed to disturb the Keepers. I don't really think my scanning disturbs them, but the authorities might disagree. I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
I can help you out. I'm not worried about the authorities.
I don't even know who you are.
I'm Commander Shepard with the Alliance military.
Well, I suppose I could use the help. You'll need this.
Yeah, that's a bit sussy, not gonna lie. Yeah.
Activate it each time
Very
you see a
sus.
Keeper. All collected data will automatically upload to my database. I'll even send a few credits your way for each unique scan.
What are you doing with the data once you've scanned it?
Trying to learn whatever I can about the Keepers. We see them working everywhere, yet we know so little about them. I'm a scientist. I want to know what makes them tick.
I should get going then.
Yes, I have much work myself. So long, and good luck with the scanning.
Alright, so now we've unlocked the Keeper Scan quest, which is a pretty neat way to earn little extra credits.
No, I haven't spoken to him before.
Commander?
Yeah, I thought it was one back here. I'm not sure if there's like a threshold, like once you scan a certain, like I don't remember. This quest isn't the most memorable of quests. You literally you just go around scanning Keeper. That's it.
Don't be ridiculous. The Volus won't be joining the Council for years.
I'm not so sure. The humans are making a strong push, and you can bet the Volus will be right on their coattails if they succeed.
Allowing the humans to join us is a sound strategic move. And the Volus? No. The Hanna are likely to be next, then the Elcor.
You may be right, though the Hanar need to lighten up a bit first.
You just don't like them because you have trouble understanding them.
And are pretty cool. I like them a lot. They're just chill jellyfish, man. Like that's it. Like, you know, that's literally it. Alright, so no more keepers in this area. Easiest thing for us to do is fast travel. Oh yeah, I'm playing the Mario Rabbids, prepping for the new one. Oh yeah. I'm familiar with that game. I haven't played it myself, but like I heard some really good things about it. Alright, we're gonna go. Oh, let's see, wards access. Right. Still haven't crossed the bridge, that's why we don't have it unlocked. We do have to go down to the wars.
I told you before, you're not allowed in here. This one believes it has the right to move freely through this area.
It's like XCOM with Mario.
You're creating a public disturbance. It's against Citadel regulations.
That's hilarious. Could you imagine that though? Like a Mario mod in XCOM.
That Hanar refuses to listen to reason. Why can't it act in an orderly and lawful manner?
You should be more tolerant. It's just trying to express its beliefs.
I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit.
Yeah, the new Nintendo Direct Safety 3. That's what I've heard. Yeah. There was a lot of hype around it.
So if the Hanar gets a permit, it's allowed to preach?
No. Registered evangelicals must follow regulations. There are specific areas where preaching is legal. Failure to follow the regulations results in the forfeiture of the license.
What's the purpose behind the evangelical permits?
Forcing religious evangelicals to register for a permit weeds out undesirables. It keeps the area safe. The Citadel is too important to become a battleground for a religious war.
Why don't you just arrest the Hanar?
I could arrest the Jelly, but my superior has requested that I find a solution that does not anger the Hanar. The Hanar become vocal when they feel their religious beliefs are being suppressed.
If you'd like, I could talk to the Hanar for you.
I have argued with the stubborn Jelly all afternoon. You are certainly welcome to try.
Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers? Or has the Honorable CSEC officer enlisted assistance?
Is this really how you want to represent the Enkindlers?
The truth of the Enkindlers must be made known. They gave the Hanar language, and gave the universe the mass relays. This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause trouble.
Is this how the Enkindlers would want you to use this gift of consciousness?
The Enkindlers would wish for their message to be spread to all sentient races.
The Enkindlers wouldn't wish their message to be spread by breaking society's laws.
This one hears wisdom. Perhaps enthusiasm has clouded judgment in this matter. This one departs now, and will not intrude upon the Presidium again.
I see the Hanar is left. Thank you.
Happy to help.
Here, for your assistance in this matter. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should report to my superiors.
Alright, easy clap. And he gave me 10 Omni Gels, so that was definitely worth doing. Definitely worth doing. But yeah, it's like little things like that that you just come across playing Mass Effect. Little quests and things like that. Which is why it's always a good idea to explore. New 2D Metroid, Mario 10, this new Smash character, Advance Wars remake, used to. Oh, yeah, I heard about the new Smash character because I'm a fighting games fan. So Kazuya Mishima is coming to Smash. Advance Wars remake, Breath of the Wild 2 release date and trailer. Really, Breath of the Wild 2? That I did not hear about. New Monster Hunter Stories, WarioWare, and new SMT game. I did hear about the new SMT game, yeah. So yeah, I would agree that Nintendo did save E3. I like the Xbox show a lot. I thought the Xbox show was really good. A lot of games that I wanted to see, I got to see Battlefield. I got to see the Forza 5 announcement. You're actually going to be in Mexico now, which is the first time we have really any open world racing game set in Mexico. I don't think there's any other open world driving game that's been set in Mexico. So that's going to be hype. Stalker 2 looks amazing. And, you know, Battlefield 2042. Like, of course, I'm going to be playing that game and streaming it. Halo looked cool, and I might for Battlefield. Yeah. Halo looks amazing, and Halo multiplayer is going to be free to play, so, like, that's huge news. And then, of course, you know, the Halo Ultimate campaign. But, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I need to get some dinner in my belly, and I also need to wash dishes. So, tomorrow, we're going to pick it back up, do some more Mass Effect. You guys already know. And, yeah, thank you all for coming by. It was definitely good talking to you. Edgy, Pelagenius, Dream Hunter dropped by earlier. And, you know, you lurkers who dropped in and out, thank you for checking out the stream. You know, we're not working with Hollywood tier production quality, so it means a lot just for you to drop in and, you know, check things out. So, I will bid you all adieu. And I'm going to catch you guys tomorrow. This is actually the wrong slide. This is literally the wrong slide. Like, I had made an ending slide, and it's not where it's supposed to be. But that's what happens when you stay up to 6 a.m. trying to do stream stuff. So, don't do it. Don't do it. But anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. You take care. Peace.